So a couple of really interesting things going on Algorand right now. And one of the first things I want to talk about, and we're going to get into Nyla AI because I think that's really interesting and one of my favorite things going on right now. But first is Folks Finance launching a new Founders Pass. So let's dive into this here. This is directly from Folks Finance saying 5 hours. Folks Founders Pass Black, 400 supply Algo Foundation. And, well, here's a little more about it, I think. Apparently it was $60. Not a talk about. Yeah, we'll talk about the sold out part. I always think these things are funny when they don't really talk about what they are. But you had to get whitelisted, but a lot of people got them that apparently, well, we'll get into that. I just find it funny when they talk about these things and they don't really say what it is. And I don't think they really had to. At any point, did they say what it was? Oh, here we go. Nope, just kidding. I'm still waiting for the part where they say what it actually is. It says Founders Pass goes live tomorrow. They give the supply, the price, the chain, and they don't tell you anything about why you might want it. Apparently, they didn't have to, as we will see. But I'm just trying to find. Oh wow, they added Say network. Interesting. They did go multi-chain, which I actually think is smart, and I think they're still keeping with. Keeping up with Algorand, so I generally don't have a problem. But they also had a silver, they had a gold, and those all sold out. The Folks Founder Pass is tied directly to the future of Folks. What does that mean, though? So the gold one was on AVAX. Okay, interesting. I still don't know what this. I've how many tweets so far, and I still don't know what this is. Still. We're going to get into deposit Bower points, Founder Pass, thank yourself later. Hearing rumors. It's your thing. Yeah, I've been going. I keep going through this. Oh, when Projector says, yo, I finally made it to your live cast. Let's go. Yes, let's go. I'm still looking for anything that explains why I would want a Founder Pass. Not one thing. Okay. Anyway, that's that. Well, despite not telling you at all why you might want this thing, MJ.algo tweeted, just in, Folks Finance Black Founders Pass whitelist mint sells out in 1 minute on Algorand. So went really, really fast. That is crazy. Again, I don't know what you get for this. It doesn't tell you. It hasn't told you anywhere in all their tweets. They didn't say, like, here's why you might want this. This is crypto, I guess. So people weren't very happy about this. They screwed their initial and most loyal users with a 5-to-1 limit. 30 seconds, he says. Sold out less than 1 second. Pass my sass. Literal scam. Bullish. Total failure. So many people warned them about the 5 per wallet. Folks just burned through years of good faith, loyalty in 10 seconds. Oh, that's what they mean. You could have 5 per wallet. That's okay. Yeah, that's a really fair criticism. If you're going to put out this exclusive pass with only 400, definitely should be 1 per wallet. That's crazy. I don't think they care though, because they want to make, they just made a bunch of money on, well, what did they make? 60 per wallet, $2,400. It's not like a huge, wait, per wallet. No, they made like 24,000, right? Yeah. Yeah, $24,000 they just made in, a matter of seconds. Amazing idiocy by the folks team in setting a 5 limit and not mitigating automation. Well, that's another good point. I don't know much about that, but congrats on the 10 actual physical people who each snagged 40. F this team. I mean, people are really not happy. This person got 2. Pretty unfair, to be honest. 1 to 5 is ridiculous. No, I think that's I think the criticisms are pretty legit. I didn't realize that they were having 5 per one wallet. That's a mistake in my opinion. That's a really bad mistake. And I'll be honest, like I used their staking once, or I lend some USDC for, which has pretty decent. If you actually go to this, let's go to this a second. I think this is worth pulling up. Right now you get about 10%. There's some variable and stable like stuff too, but this changes a lot. This right now you can get 3% lending algo and 5% lending depositing X algo. So I think I have a little bit. Yeah, I've actually got like $26 worth, and that's just from earning rewards. Actually, it was less than that. So yeah, it's not nothing. It's not nothing. I mean, that's a good, if you just want to like, if you just have cash and you want to stake it somewhere and earn rewards, I mean, that's more than you're going to get. That's more than you're going to get with, you know, your bank account, which even my Wealthfront account's like 4.5 or something like that, which is unusually good, right? So, okay. You know, so there's uses for it. And one of the things I'm going to talk about too, though, is like, we don't need any more DeFi platforms. We need more innovative stuff. And so the next thing I'm going to talk about is very innovative. And are we ready? Is there more folks stuff to talk about? Were people mad about this? Actually, let's go to their... I did not want to click on that. Yeah, so actually, Black Founders Pass sold out in 10 seconds. In total, 2,500 NFTs in the Folks Founder Pass collection were sold across 3 different chains. Shout out to our community. Base, Avex, and Algo Foundation. Congrats to anyone who secured one. If you're unable to secure Folks Founder Pass, there are plentiful opportunities to deepen your involvement in Folks Finance, points being one of the primary methods. Again, no idea what any of these passes are supposed to do. Like, just looking at all their socials, I have yet to see an explanation about why you would want one of these. I know why they want to sell them, because they just made... I don't know what they made on the other ones. I don't know what that cost, but they made 24,000 in one swoop on this one. And they'll probably, my guess, because I would do this, I do this every year, and you got 24 grand coming in. Plus whatever, I mean, just assuming they were the same price and supply, that's like 75 grand they just made in seconds. And Meta said, thanks for taking care of the OGs. This is Sus, the very first wallet to mint a Black Pass. Has 0 TVL in Folks Finance and Algorand. Shout out to rewarding early users, LOL. This person got one of each. So you get almost 100 million points. So I guess you get points for it. Crypto Trainer says, not the flex you think it is. Giant failure, you screwed us. I say with all this complete sincerity, F you all. F you, Folks Finance and OG from the damn day one. We'll never forget this. I think that's crazy. You know, actually, this would have been... It would have been a good idea to do one for the OGs, the people who've been with you all along, and then the next one for like outsiders or people who haven't been using it. Like when Tiny Man released their coin, I got a certain amount of Tiny sent to me, and that was for the amount of time I've used it. I think offering this to people who had been users all along would have been a great way to reward people who had been with you for a really long time, and they didn't do that. Some people happy, but most people, what a clown show for the Black Pass, man. Yeah. So a lot of people very unhappy. A lot of OG Algorand people very unhappy, and I'm guessing they're laughing their way to the bank. And all right, cool, fine. That's our folks news, but we got more. So that one sounds like, I'm complaining about them a little bit. How should I start this next one? Well, I want to talk about this platform called Nyla AI, and I'm sure a lot of people now, they see AI in a title and they're like, oh God, another AI company. But this is really cool. So this is actually an AI agent. You'll see the Solana tag. I think it started on Solana, but it actually works with, well, here's a really, okay, first off, thank you for pinning a tweet that says what you actually do. Okay, step one, +1 for Nyla, because man, one of my biggest, nothing annoys me more than these companies that like just can't explain what it is they do. It's so frustrating. Like, guys, you got, there's a saying called what it says on the tin. So your product should have, first off, on the tin, the wrapper, in this case, in web, it's your website, right? Should say very specifically and clearly and in very simple languages what your product does. And then you have to meet that. So one of the biggest success metrics, one of the reasons that businesses are successful is because they do what it says on the tin. So, it's very simple. Like if I buy an air conditioner, it says on the box, "Will cool your house." And when I install the air conditioner, it should actually cool my house. And if it does that successfully, I'm a happy customer, right? Pretty simple. And you'd be surprised how many crypto companies don't get it. They'll say something like revolutionizing the synergies between blockchain and the real world. It's like, cool. That says nothing. That tells me nothing about what you do. So huge shout out to Nyla for telling you what they do. And what do they say? They say crypto just got social. Nyla AI lets you send tokens from Solana, Ethereum, and Algorand with only a tweet or a Telegram message. Hey, perfect. Tells you what it does. And by the way, it works. No crypto wallet, no problem. Agent Nyla generates one for you the first time you receive funds on X. Pretty cool. Nyla makes it easier for anyone to get started in Web3. I love this. I love this because it just says what the heck it does. Now, there's other stuff I think was really smart.
What is Nyla?
They got this pretty blonde lady avatar.
Nyla lets you send, swap, and trade tokens straight from X and Telegram.
She kind of looks like Samus from Metroid a little bit.
And now you can view and manage your liquidity pools too.
Wasn't that wild? Wasn't that a wild moment?
Instant wallet creation, no browser, no extension, no confusing C phrases.
Samus was actually a girl. That was a bit of a surprise.
Now Nyla's supporting Solana, Ethereum, and Algorand.
Want to find your Nyla wallet address? Just head to our website, agentnyla.com, and sign in with your X. You'll find the wallet address on the dashboard. Any SPL, ERC20, or Algo tokens you send to the wallet can send out with a tweet. You can even export your wallet to an option of your choice. I recommend Para or Jupiter or MetaMask. I don't recommend MetaMask, but I get it. If you're doing Ethereum, I guess that's probably what you got to do. View the full Nyla command usage on our website. So you have commands and you can just do that. You just tell the agent to do stuff. So it is an AI agent, which I think is really cool. It's not just, it's not just like an LLM or something. It's an agent that actually does things and you just have to command it. So how did I come across this? This is kind of funny, I think. I think I saved it. I hope I saved it. Yeah, here it is. I have the #1 thing on here, by the way. It's got like 3,200 views, which is crazy. Algorand Foundation sent this out just yesterday. Wait, actually 2 days ago, I guess. Was it 2 days ago? I thought this happened yesterday. Well, I think maybe I tweeted yesterday on the 23rd as well. Okay, anyway. You can unsend Algo to anyone with X on X with a single tweet. No wallet, no problem. Agent Nyla is now integrated with Algorand. I was like, whoa. And I said, wait, what? I don't believe you. Send me 1 million Algo to prove it. I'll send it right back, I swear. It didn't seem like they believed me. Oh, that's funny. So you might find this funny, but in response, A few different people sent me signs. So Shax.Nyla, someone who works at Nyla, said, "Hey, Agent Nyla, transfer 2.2 algo to BC." That's me. And sure enough, I was like, no way. Amazing how the receiver will import the wallet. Amazing how the receiver will import the wallet. You can get your seed phrase. You can just take your wallet and put it into an Algorand thing. Or you can just have Nyla send your tokens to the wallet address instead of your username. So I haven't tried to send it to my wallet yet, but I will probably do that. And they're working on NFTs, and it doesn't support NFTs yet, but it says, actually, I just finished a conversation on NFT integration. We'll add NFT. Will be one way you can receive your custom domain, but not send from it. So I think this is really cool. By the way, oh, they do have a GIF. I was trying to look for a Nyla GIF, and it didn't come up. So in fact, this is purely aesthetics, of course, but you can see they've been active in having these versions of Nyla created. Some, none of them are really like not safe for work, but some may be a little more appropriate than others. I think that one's really cool. That's fun. I like that. They have one with Algorand now. Oh, here's an Algorand one. I didn't even see that. I like that. Oh, that's even better. That's really cool. I should have put that on my header instead. So anyway, big fan of this. I think this is really neat. And what I like about it, and this is what I said in my newsletter today, like to me, this is the stuff I get excited about because they're trying something different, you know? Instead of just the same thing over and over. We just don't need another DeFi platform. There's plenty, and so many are failing right now because there's not a market demand for it. But there's a market demand for new stuff like this. Because this has it's not only just kind of a gee whiz factor, although I think it is. What I think is cool is that you can actually, this would be a great for I don't know, hint, if people on X were watching my live stream and they wanted to tip me, you know, this is a way you could tip somebody and do it pretty easily. You can do it with their X handle. So this is a great way for monetization for creators on X, or, you know, even just you like someone's tweet and you want to send them a little something. So you'll be able to send them any ASA and it'll just sit in that asset inbox, which I think is really cool. So this is one of the ones I'm really excited about. And a lot of people are now really excited about this project. So I want to bring that up because I think it's really neat. And I think that might be, I got one more piece of Algorand news for you. And that is this Algorand roadmap will be released on July 31st at noon Eastern. So that's 11 Central Standard Time, which I have a meeting at 10 a.m. So I'm going to rush back because I'm going to live stream this. A live stream reveal is coming, full tech roadmap, no filters. So I'm basically going to have all my live streaming stuff ready to go. And so I can come back from my meeting and basically hit the live stream button and get going. And that's my plan. So we will be live streaming on Friday. Maybe instead of Thursday. Thursday, that's July 31st, is a Thursday at 11 CST or noon Eastern or whatever that is on the West Coast. I don't know. And that's the plan. So I might take Friday off from live streaming. We'll see. Because I might live stream Thursday instead. Maybe I'll make a video. I don't know. We'll see. But the roadmap is coming. And I think there was some confusion because I think people thought this was last week, and it's not this week either. They did initially say it was supposed to happen a week or two ago. But the actual board meeting that approved the roadmap was this week, Wednesday. So it happened 2 days ago as I record this. So it definitely wasn't going to happen before that. But I guess a lot of us thought it would come this week because the you know, the meeting was this week, but it looks like next week they're going to do a full live stream, and we're definitely going to cover that here. So stay tuned and definitely watch out for that. But I think that's all my Algorand news. I already covered this, but I do think this meme pool variation, this meme pool visualization is pretty cool. I don't totally understand it, but it seems pretty cool. Yeah, I think that's it.